Whenever we receive a patient of congenital ptosis in a child, there are most important question is when to operate this particular patient. Our traditional teaching says that a child has to be operated at 4 to 5 years of age, and this age is chosen because at this time we find that tissue development is proper, good examination is possible, and this is the school going age. Though we can have a good examination even earlier also, but I think this point is of paramount importance. Yes, tissue development, especially levator development, is not complete before 5 years of age. We do not have good aponeurosis before this. So ideally a patient should be operated at this age only. But exception is that whenever there are chances of amblyopia, whenever pupil is covered, then we operate patient early, maybe at 6 months of age only. And of course, in every patient, we have to do refraction under cycloplegia because many of these patients are associated with anisometropic amblyopia also. So, if we delay surgery beyond 5 years of age, then there are permanent psychological issue with the child. Whenever we operate a ptosis patient late, we always find child as a depressed child. A child is never normal and never a bubbly kind of person as we see other children. So no point delaying surgery beyond this. After 6 years of age, every patient is treated as an adult. All the options, surgical options are open, whether it is levator resection, fascial aorta, or silicone sling. If a person is younger than 3 years, then major surgical option available is silicone sling only. Fascial aorta we never do earlier than 4 years of age because earlier than that we do not find sufficient length of fascial aorta. And levator I do not perform earlier than 6 years of age because of the lack of development of aponeurosis and poor results. Whenever we contemplate sling in an infant or child, a notion of temporary sling is given, but I think it's a wrong notion. We have to always treat sling as a permanent sling, and we always use silicone as a material of choice nowadays because with the easier availability of silicone and cost has also cut down significantly. So no point using sutures because there will be more of chances of granuloma, it is less elastic, and there will be 100% chances of resurgery. Whenever we do silicone sling, at least in my patients, there are less than 50% chances of going for a revision surgery. So it's a fair chance to be given to the patient to go for a sling as a permanent sling. Now, what are the advantages of silicone? We all know it's potentially adjustable. There is very less lid lag and leg ophthalmos, readily available material, very easy to perform. And when we discuss about the methodology, Fox's pentagon is the method of choice. It gives you very good lid lift and contour. Single triangle can be used, especially as a rescue operation in fascial aorta. Whenever you are having lesser length of fascial aorta, this can be used. Contour may not be very good, especially whenever you are using silicone. So a brief video about silicone sling surgery. You mark pentagon. Initial 2 stab mark are around 3 millimeter away from the lash line. Then 2 marks in line with the lateral canthus and medial canthus, and 1 central mark. Then you pass a stay suture. Then you give incision either by diathermy or by using your blade knife also. Now it is very important to have a tunnel here so that you can bury your end of silicone. So this is very important to have a long tunnel. So by making this long tunnel, you will be reducing chances of extrusion. Now, ideal to use both the needle in one eye. I have seen people using one needle in per eye, but ideally you should be using both the needles. Sleeve you can remove from the needle and cut it in half. These needles are malleable, you can bend them. Then pass it from the lower incision because you are using both the needles. So ideally you should be passing above the tarsus, then come out. Always check that tissue is not entrapped here. In all the incisions, whenever you are passing sling, tissue should not be entrapped.
Ish, we can't hear you. Yeah, now we can.
Okay. There is some problem in the net, I believe. So I think rest is easy. We all know how to do it.
Again, a signal issue, Mukesh.
Just a minute.
Maybe you can just off your own video. Your own.
Then it is creating problem. So then you thread the needle, thread the sleeve by the needle itself. Since you are using both the needles, so need not to stretch the sleeve by needle holder. You can just thread it by both the needles, utilizing both the needle itself. So I think there is some problem with the internet. So I'll be moving ahead.
Just try by switching off your own camera.
Mm-hmm.
So that is switched off. I think he's already switched off.
Okay.
No, I have not switched it off. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Yes. So now it is visible?
Yes. Just switch off your camera, maybe everything will be a little better. Yeah. Continue to speak. And hear Mukesh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now we can. Yeah, please go on.
Okay. So there are certain pearls of using silicone sling. It should never be reused. You will have to titrate tightening according to the end point. Generally, it is at upper limbus, and make a long tunnel. One very important point is that you have to combine the skin muscle excision in unilateral cases. Generally, after 5 years of age. If a child is younger than 5 years, then it is not needed because the skin is quite tight. But in adult, it is almost always needed because if you do not combine it with the skin muscle excision, there will be boggliness here and overhanging lid fold. So in this particular child, we have combined sling along with the skin muscle excision also to impart an equal lid fold and lid crease. Again, in this particular child, though the child is quite young, skin muscle excision is not done, and you can see overhanging lid fold. So it's better. It has to be combined with the skin muscle excision. Facial atta, generally it is done after 4 years or 6 years of age. In children, 7 to 8 centimeter strip is enough. Adult, you require around 10 centimeter strip, and single triangle facial atta may be done as a rescue if smaller length strip is available. Marcus Gunn ptosis bilateral facial atta along with levator excision was done in this particular child. Levator resection, whenever you are doing in in children, there are certain problems. Aponeurosis is underdeveloped in less than 6 years of age, so generally it is avoided. Wittnall's ligament also is poorly developed, and generally you require to do maximum levator resection for optimal correction, and there is high incidence of undercorrection and late droop. So here there are some of the results with levator resection. In this particular patient, you can see late droop occurring after levator resection. So to conclude, age bar for congenital ptosis surgery is getting lower. Silicone sling is the procedure of choice if patient age is less than 3 years of age. Parents should be explained about the possibility of second surgery or readjustment in all childhood ptosis. And in nutshell, I believe that early ptosis surgery we have to always give it as a permanent cure rather than performing it as a temporary. So it has to be done early to avoid psychosocial problems. Thank you. Thank you for your patience hearing.